Meals on Wheels of Rhode Island is the only nonprofit home-delivered meal program in the state that has been delivering meals to seniors and the homebound since 1969. While home-delivered meal program is the most recognized service of Meals on Wheels, they also have a Capital City Cafe program, which has 8 cafes throughout Providence, a restaurant voucher program, a pet food program, and a senior wish program for those in need. With all of these programs, the organization helps meet nutritional and other special needs of the elderly in order to help them maintain independent lifestyles. Staff and volunteers serve nearly 1,200 meals per day. We're very happy to have you here with us today, Meg, to enlighten us, our clients, our referral sources, and our friends. So again, thank you.
We have definitely had to be flexible to continue our home delivered meal service. I will say that we started our response planning very early on in the pandemic. A little bit of it was timing. On March 2nd, we kicked off our major public awareness event that's also a significant fundraiser for our organization called March for Meals. That was also right around the time that Governor Raimondo started to talk about the COVID-19 pandemic and what it would mean for older adults here in the Ocean State. So a few key members of our team and myself really locked ourselves in a conference room for 2 days and did a pretty deep SWOT analysis to better understand what our strengths were as an organization, what the opportunity was, and the role that we could potentially play. And then, of course, we considered what our weaknesses and our threats were. I'll point out that many of the individuals, the 700 volunteers that help us deliver our meals statewide year-round, are older adults. There have been so many people that have said to me, I worked and I retired, and the first thing I did when I retired was call Meals on Wheels. Or other people have said, I retired, and my wife said, I'm not going to have you hanging around the house. Please call Meals on Wheels. So we had to think about knowing, that we have an older adult population, how we could continue to serve. So we immediately put out a call for volunteers, and we are so incredibly grateful that over 500 people responded to help us deliver meals during a very challenging time in our environment. We have had significant protocols in place right from the start. We were screening seniors for symptoms related to COVID-19 to help keep them safe in their homes, but also help keep our staff and our volunteers safe. We encouraged frequent hand washing, use of hand sanitizer, and then we practiced social distance as a part of our meal delivery. So I mentioned, our meal delivery is a safety check. It's also an opportunity for socialization. We worked with our volunteers to say, so how do we do that at a 6 feet distance? We worked with our clients to put their phone numbers on the route sheet so that if they were having issues coming to the door or needed an extra minute, we could reach them via phone. But as a part of our safety check, we made sure that we either saw or heard our seniors at every meal delivery. Sanitizing vehicles was huge, wearing masks, the list goes on and on. We had regular communications with our volunteers and our seniors. Over the next couple weeks, we'll be distributing over 15,000 masks to our clients. Our clients are homebound, so they're not always able to easily procure materials. So it's just another precaution that we're taking to keep everyone safe and to continue our home delivered meal program. In 2019, we celebrated our 50th anniversary. So that's 50 years of impact here in the Ocean State. And so it was in 2019 that we started conversations thinking about what does our organization look like in the future? How do we prepare? And what we really did was take a hard look at how we could be more modern as an organization, how we could be more innovative in our work, how we could leverage technology to find efficiencies in what we do. So it was almost like when COVID-19 happened, we were slightly prepared because we'd done that internal analysis of what we needed. But we know here in Rhode Island, we have an aging population. We are going to add 100,000 seniors to our population in the next 10 years. And we know that residents here in Rhode Island tend to be a little bit older than in other places in the country. So at Meals on Wheels, we're consistently serving individuals in their 90s and 100 years old that are still living happily and safely in their homes. So we have to be prepared for the aging population. And then with COVID-19, we really saw a great need. Many seniors weren't able to get to their senior centers. They were staying home to practice social distance. Maybe they have a co-occurring health issue, and so it really made sense for them to be home. And so we received far many more calls for home delivered meals than we typically did. And we know that that need's not going away. So when we look into the future, we think about how we can raise more money so that we can serve more meals. A lot of people don't know that 25% of our agency budget is made up of fundraising. Those are donors that support our organization, corporations, sponsors. We typically have a big fundraising event at the end of the year. So we need to think about how we raise more money to be prepared for the aging population. We also need to think about different ways that we can do our work. Can we leverage technology? Can we add efficiencies? And so COVID-19, although it's been a challenging time, has really shown us we do have the capacity to surge. We have the capacity to leverage a very strong system. And I think that people understand and appreciate our work now more than ever. The number one thing that people can do is refer someone to our home delivered meal program. If you know a senior that's 60 years or older, someone that's living here in Rhode Island, that is homebound and may need help shopping or preparing food, please refer them to our program. If you visit our website, rimeals.org, you can click in the upper right-hand corner. There's a button that says Get Meals, and that's how you refer a loved one, friend, or neighbor to our home delivered meals program. If you have time in your schedule and you can, volunteer one day a week, one day a month, we definitely need the support. As business starts to get back to usual, we now need help. We still have volunteer routes that we need to fill, especially in the Pawtucket area, Cranston, Westerly. So if you can volunteer, it's a lovely experience. And we want you to go on our website, and there's more information under the Get Involved tab. And then last but not least, if you can make a donation to our work, we need it now more than ever. A home delivered meal costs about $7.41. That's the all-inclusive cost of the meal. So if you want to support us, it's a great way to start. To go to our website and to make a contribution of $7.41. If you can do more, $35 would sponsor a week of meals for a senior. And if you really want to think big and be inspirational to our work, you could think about making a $2,000 contribution that would sponsor 1 year of meals for a homebound senior.